I looked down, I saw that my gut, my abdominal wall was completely open and there was nothing inside. What do you do without an intestine? It was my second year in college. I had terrible stomach pain. It wasn't until I moved to New York City, because of opportunities, the pain that I was feeling intensified. I pushed past it. I was getting weak. My weight was fluctuating. I was bedbound. I literally couldn't walk. I went straight to a doctor. He told me it was Crohn's disease. I needed to immediately be admitted into the hospital. I just remember just hearing disease and blanking out. They had to do an emergency colostomy surgery. What that is an insertion in your abdominal wall that relieves the pressure of your intestine and the inflammation. I had to learn how to use the equipment, how to clean it, and then I had a special type of colostomy. It's called a stoma, which is like a piece of your intestine that hangs out and you put the bag over. Suddenly that pain is gone. But that colostomy was temporary. That meant that they were going to reverse it and reattach my intestine. I started to get my career back together. I had just gotten back into the industry of doing stage theater work. It wasn't until 2017, the third year was supposed to be the year of reconnection. What happened was I felt pain in the back, but it turns out that that pain was actually blood clots. They put me immediately in the ICU unit. They were trying to save my colon because I went into a coma for 2 months. When I woke up, I looked down, I saw that my gut, my abdominal wall was completely open and there was nothing inside. I actually had no gut. I had no colon, no intestine. What do you do without an intestine? There's no eating. I was in the hospital, TPN. I remember there would be nights sometimes where I would have the desire to have just water. I couldn't even do those things. The intestine is based on your anatomy. I have a small frame. My transplant will be from an infant. Part of you feels like wrong because you're like, am I waiting for a child to die? I got a phone call. It was July 26, 2017. I got my transplant. Even after receiving it, I remember I was paralyzed because it wasn't functioning. And so sadly, they had to remove it from me. I transitioned home after not receiving the first transplant and I went back on the waiting list. So I waited for 2.5 years for the next one. I actually did not eat for nearly 3 years. I had the desire of hunger. Now that, I will let you know, is also kind of torturous. When I received that phone call May 19, 2019, I had a transplant. I can't even articulate the joy. I was in slight disbelief. I was able to go back and live a normal life. My number one focus is my health, and self-care is creating the best version of yourself.
I am seen. Are you?